As you might know, the lab released yesterday, and I'll be here to cover as much as I can from the lab. So I divided this video in 3 sections to help you see as much from the lab as possible. I just arrived into the lab, and the first section we'll be covering is the map. We just arrived into Steampunk Station, and as you can see, it's a really big map, and actually there is no ground, so if you fall down, you'll just die. And there's also a hide and seek game mode, which is really amazing for this map. There are also clouds, which is really interesting because it's almost the same as a brittle block. It's like when you stand on it for too long, it will pop, and then it will just fall down. And yeah, I fell in the void, so I died. But it's actually a really cool map. You have a lot of different islands. I'll just show you a couple of shots, and then you can see the whole map. I forgot to show you this, but you also have these rings, and if you go through them, you'll get 800 cotton. You also have a couple of other rings. If you go through them, you'll just get a boost. Now that we have covered the map, I'll go over to the second section, and that is maybe the most exciting part, the gadgets. I already bought a couple of things. As you can see, there's nothing really new, except for this part. You have a balloon, we'll get to that later. You have a propeller, and you have the air grabber, and the wrist rings. And you have these blocks, of course, the rings, and the clouds. That's basically it for this tech web. We have the balloon equipped. Let's just test it out. So basically, when you hold it, you hold a little lens, and attached to that is a balloon. So if you jump, you have like a little jump boost. And I actually start falling down. But when you equip 2, you actually go up in there. As you can clearly see, you can still grab them out of the air. And it's a pretty cool item. You equip the air grabbers like a grappler, so that's really nice. And basically what it does, when you hold your trigger, you'll basically float in the air. So as you can see, I'm holding my trigger and I'm basically floating in there. But the really cool mechanic you can do is basically you can grab, then jump up, release, and then you can basically hop in the air. So you can basically double jump multiple times. So that's really cool to do. The wrist ring is actually really cool to use, because when you equip them, you also equip them like a grappler. When you hold down the trigger, wings start appearing, or actually they open up. You can actually fly like this. You can go to the rings. That's basically what the rings are for, so you can basically fly through the rings. That's really cool to do. But you can actually fly like a dragon. So if you didn't own the dragon pet, now you can actually fly in a different way, so you don't have to actually use your dragon. This was everything that came into the new Sky update. I think I did a great job at covering everything. This takes a lot of time for me to make, so it will mean a lot to me if you would subscribe. And that's basically everything I had to say. See you in the next one.